I've done research on the Reit industry for the last 5 or 6 years, trying to figure out, how can I go compete against an industry that's bigger than me, richer than me, better connected than me? How can I beat them at their own game? And I'm gonna do it with Bitcoin.
Welcome to this week's episode of Financial Freestyle here on Yahoo Finance. And look, guys, no matter where you are in your journey, you can never stop learning. And that's why I'm talking to some of the biggest goats. And today is no different as we have Grant Cardone coming back again. What percent of your portfolio is real estate versus stocks?
I own 3 stocks that represent maybe 0.001% of my net worth.
Wow. Okay.
I have $5.2 billion of real estate. 6,000 of my 14,000 units I own 97% of. I own probably a couple $100 million worth of Bitcoin that's integrated into our real estate. They're tied together with the real estate, and the Bitcoin are tied together because we're creating a company right now that's a real estate Bitcoin hybrid. Where we buy a large apartment complex, we combine it with Bitcoin, we put the two together, and we get a physical and a digital asset combined. I'm building this new, really an industry out that I believe is going to revolutionize the way people invest in real estate and how they invest in Bitcoin. It'll be a hybrid version, like a superhero, Avenger. Like it'll be like Superman and Batman together.
So at what point in your life did you go all in on the future of Bitcoin? And then obviously the integration within real estate?
In January, I started my first real estate Bitcoin hybrid. We fully funded that project in January. I've done 12 of those transactions this year, and I'll probably never do a real estate deal without combining Bitcoin with it.
That's epic. Like, let's actually talk about how the hybrid works, right? I would imagine, obviously, if there's a hybrid and there's call it 50% drawdown on the price of Bitcoin, what does that mean to the investors, so to speak?
So what we did was, can you see this?
There we go. Yep, we see it.
This is this 366 units that I bought in Boca Raton.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that beast. Is that impressive or what?
No, that's gorgeous.
And what I did with this was I added $100 million of Bitcoin to this purchase. This is a $235 million project I bought from Blackstone out of bankruptcy. Nice. The blue line represents the real estate. Mm-hmm. So it assumes that I bought this real estate at $245 million and that it will only go up 5% a year. The NOI will go up 5% a year for the next 5 or 6 years, and it will produce $100 million gain. That's the blue line, is the real estate. But I added $100 million worth of Bitcoin. That's the orange line, and combined and fused the two together. So let's say the Bitcoin line went to zero. You want to go all the way to zero? So this is a big project. You can see 366 units. If I raise the rents $25 every year, I'm going to hit my target on the real estate. We also bought 883 units of Bitcoin when we purchased this project. Now, this does not show Bitcoin getting cut in half, but I guess it could. In the first year, if it got cut in half and didn't go up the way I have it, I would buy more Bitcoin each month out of the cash flow.
Nice. I love that action.
Okay.
I love that.
Now I would just buy more Bitcoin because I'm using my cash flow now to buy Bitcoin. I wouldn't sell either one of these assets. I would keep both of them fused together. But I love it. Next year, the end of this year, I'm going to try to take that company public right there. So anybody that would have invested $1 million with me in that project, I'm going to convert that to shares. Let's say the stock is going to trade at $5 and you put $1 million in. I'm going to send you 200,000 shares of that company. So every time I drive the stock price up $1, you make 200 grand. So I'm saying a lot here. I took Bitcoin and I took real estate.
No. You saying just enough because you on your micro. I
converted it,
and I'm loving it.
Yeah, I converted them to a public company. I met with Mike Saylor last year. Mike said, "You need to be a public company. You need to combine your real estate and your Bitcoin, be public. I said, I'm not public. He's like, then go public. So I took the real estate. I didn't wait, by the way, back to your procrastination thing. I didn't wait until I was public to do this. I went out and bought the real estate. I bought the Bitcoin. I fused them together. Now I go public. The minimum investment on that asset is, let's say, 200 grand. I convert the $200,000 to shares. They're $5. I send you 40,000 shares. And every time I raise the stock price $5, from 5 to 10, you make your 200 grand back. I'm the 10X guy. So I'm going to take the $5 stock to $50. Your 200 grand goes to 2 million. I'll make a bunch of people rich. And I create a new product. I create a new industry.
That's strong.
Now you don't have to go out and buy the Bitcoin, and you don't have to buy the real estate. You don't have to do anything. You just need to invest with Cardone Capital when I go public. And I'm gonna have my 20 million followers. Oh, this is happening, bro. We in real time, baby.
No. So this is a new industry, effectively a REIT.
No, but not a REIT. Not a REIT.
I was gonna say, I think because REITs, you got to pay out 90% of the cash flow. Instead, the cash flow, maybe 90% of the cash flow is reinvested in the Bitcoin. So forgive me for saying REIT.
This is a REIT buster.
I was just about to say, you were literally
This is Netflix. What Netflix did to Blockbuster, Cardone Capital is going to do to the REIT industry. I'm going to bust that thing up. I'm going to be like...
That's strong.
I'm going to be like Busta Rhymes. I'm going to bust up the REIT industry. The REIT industry is a $4 trillion industry, and I'm going to take 5 or 10% of it. I'll become a $200 billion company in the next 2 or 3 years. I'm going to create an entire industry doing what I'm doing right here. I wrote about this in this book right here. If you're not first, you're last. Make a list of your biggest competitors. Figure out what they can't do and do it. And that's what I'm doing here. I've done research on the REIT industry for the last 5 or 6 years, trying to figure out, how can I go compete against an industry that's bigger than me, richer than me, better connected than me? How can I beat them at their own game? And I'm going to do it with Bitcoin. They can't invest in it. They're basically, their compensation program and their organizational papers actually prevent them from buying Bitcoin and prevents them from keeping cash and from scaling actually in today's marketplace. And I'm going to go in there and violate them.
That's strong.
They're going to remember my name, bro. These people dissed me long enough. I'm a crack.
That is honestly one of the dopest, groundbreaking things that has, happened on the show. But question now, right? You talked about buying that investment property from Blackstone out of bankruptcy. Talk about kind of your thesis, or more importantly, kind of your strategy when it comes to underwriting a deal like that. Was it purely kind of based on, cash flow, cap rate, like to a person that's at home, and obviously they might not be able to get there yet, but as they're trying to build their own, real estate portfolio, how should they be thinking about, underwriting?
But Ross, they can get there now. They can just partner with me on this deal.
Say less.
I want to bring you to a perfect example. Steve Ballmer. Steve Ballmer was the number 6 employee at Microsoft. Microsoft today hit $4 trillion. Okay, Steve Ballmer did not create Microsoft.
Yeah.
He did not start Microsoft. He was the 6th employee there. He owns more Microsoft stock than Bill Gates does. He's worth more money than Bill Gates. Bill Gates is the founder of Microsoft. Steve Ballmer got in, took a position, was number 6 on the bus, sat in the middle, never sold the stock. Bro, you don't have to create something to get rich. The Amazon, Jeff Bezos' parents, they invested $250,000 in Amazon. They're worth $12 billion today. You don't have to be the driver to get rich. You're driving this Daisy, just pay attention, man.
I love it.
The movie Sabrina, where the driver, the guy taking care of the rich dude, just kept paying attention, listening. Get inside. So what I did with this company, basically, I'm taking all my followers on Instagram and Facebook for a ride with Cardone Capital. I'm telling everybody right now, I'm going public. And I'm telling all my people right now, hey, I'm doing this. I'm going public. It's going to be loud and nasty. The 10X man is coming around.
That's epic, brother. So right now, to the viewers,
crazy.
How can they invest with you right now?
Yeah, you just got to follow what I'm doing, okay? And I mean, the best thing you can do is invest in that deal right now, because that deal is going to be, I'm going to take the deal that I'm doing right now and we're going to suck it up. I'm trying to suck that deal up into the public markets. You would invest in that deal as a standalone deal, but the goal is to suck that entity up. If you're qualified to do this, you need a minimum of 200 grand to come in on this deal. And I know that doesn't include everybody. I wish it did. I wish everybody
you got to be an accredited investor.
Well, you need a minimum of 200 grand, whether you're accredited or not. You need 200 grand to be substantial enough. But if you don't have that right now, just wait for the company, wait for the announcement, follow me on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, wherever you follow people. Like I'm a noisemaker. I make a lot of noise. And I challenge the system to tell me to stop making noise. I'm going to keep making noise until they say they threaten me.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. And my goal is if it was up to me, dude, there wouldn't be a minimum. If it was up to me, if you can buy a tattoo, if you can gamble in a casino, if you can buy a lottery ticket, if you can sign up for the military, if you can buy a drink, alcohol, if you can buy a pack of cigarettes, you should be able to invest your money with me. There should be zero intervention by the U.S. government about what you can invest your money.
I might need to make a SPV and raise some capital with you.
You should. I've raised $1.8 billion. I've raised more money online than any other human being in the world.
Yeah.
Nobody's done what we've done at Cardone Capital. Everybody told me I couldn't do it. It's not right to do it. You shouldn't raise money from little people. And I'm like, bro, there's no such thing as little people. Okay, I have a great vehicle. I have great work ethic. I invest in unbelievable property. You're asking me, how do I underwrite these deals? Number one, we buy best-in-class locations, the best locations you can buy. If it's in Chicago where you grew up, I'm buying the best location in Chicago because I know those locations are protected. Best in class. First thing we underwrite is the location. That property I showed you in Boca Raton, it's not just Boca Raton's one of the wealthiest counties in the country. It's that location in Boca is ridiculous. You can never replace it. There's fewer of those locations than there is Bitcoin. One. Only one. And so first you underwrite the location. Second thing we underwrite is the cost to replace that asset. I'm $100 million below replacement costs on that asset. So I know it's just a matter of time before the value of that property goes back and hits up against that replacement cost. That you can't build it. Like right now we're at 235, it will cost you about $340 to build it. So I know I have that built-in $100 million of cushion. So rather than just buying it cheap, I just took the difference between the price I paid and the replacement cost, and I filled that up with Bitcoin. So now I have two assets, not one. One cash flows, one doesn't. I'm putting a yin yang together. I put Ross and Teresa together, and we made 3 babies. I put the real estate and the Bitcoin together, and I'm gonna make a bunch of money for our investors.
Grant, you dropping gems. But look, guys, we got to take a quick break. But when we come back, we're going to have even more with Grant Cardone. I'm a Michael Staley. There's definitely a use case for that Bitcoin.
Which is what?
Store value. You can't depreciate.
Store value. That is the number one greatest use on planet Earth.
Absolutely.
Is the store value.
You can't print more of it, you can't inflate it. So yeah, I'm with you now. The dude, I think it's a remarkable idea. I love it. I think the real estate industry as a whole.
Russ, I showed this. I showed this to 7 banks: Bank of America, Wells Fargo. I showed it to J.P. Morgan. I showed it to the top of the food chain: Cantor Fitzgerald, Clear Street, Wells Fargo. Did I say them? Who else did I show it to? 7 or 8 banks. Everybody has the same prognosis that you do. Dude, this is an unbelievable product you've created. Combining the two together.
No, it's remarkable. I love it. Congrats on that, brother. I mean, every time I come in, I'm thinking I'm 10x and something. You wouldn't already 100x something, 1,000x it. That's strong, brother.
Well, dude, you should just invest with me on it. I need you to be one of my investors, so you can be one of my you can be one of the people that when we go public with it that Monday morning. When we go public, you'll be like, man, I'm on the team.
Yeah, no, I think that's remarkable. And let's keep making some groundbreaking news. Grant Cardone, you are going to headline my Maconomics Wealth Summit 2026. How's that sound?
Oh, okay. I'll come.
All right.
You get 2,500 people there, I'll come.
Done. That's a fact.
I tell you, if you get 1,500 people, you get 1,250 there, I'll come.
I'm going to get 2,500 next year, and you're going to, I like that. This is on wax, by the way. This is perfect.
That's a lot of people, though, bro. It's hard to get people to like, I've done some big events. Getting people to show up for events is very, very difficult.
Well, this would be my 4th year doing it, so it's not necessarily like this is an idea.
What's the most people you ever had in an event?
So call it 1,000. We did 3 days last week. I mean, I'm sorry, this year. But yeah, we gonna have some fun. And what sucks is that if I was telling people, oh, we're gonna have such and such artists, people would rather be entertained than educated. So I'm with you.
100%.
A lot of people won't show up to be educated on something that'll actually change their life. Instead, they want to be entertained for an hour and go back home
because they spectators.
Live in the same rat race.
Most people are spectators, man.
Yeah.
You know, you have 7 times better chance of having of becoming a millionaire in America than you have of having abs.
I honestly could say I'll never get abs. It's the hardest thing in the world.
You can do it,
I'm
bro.
happy I focused on the first thing.
Don't focus
I'm happy
on
I focused on the first
status.
thing.
That millionaire status is not what you want.
No, we want to be. We want to be.
You want a brick, dude. You deserve a brick, bro. That's all you should do. How old are you?
35.
35. Yeah, you got everything it takes to have a brick, bro.
Yes.
Everything. You got time. You got the motivation. You just need to be around the right people that are talking about this all the time, constantly infusing. You can do this. Stay away from your cousins.
When can I fly to Miami and take you to either lunch or coffee?
Whenever you want. Come down here. Let me know when you're down here. We'll give you a tour of the offices. Come on down. We'll just sit in my office and have lunch.
It's not when I'm down there. I'm going to make it to come down there. It's not like, it's on the calendar.
Come down for our wealth conference. Come down for our wealth conference. What you should do is you should come down. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get you a VIP seat at our wealth conference. Do some takeaways in your one of your shows about it, and I'll have you as a guest. 2 days. It's December 11th and 12th. Thursday, Friday.
Perfect. Thursday, Friday,
next wealth
December
conference.
11th to 12th. Done. I'm there. There's nothing else to talk about. I'll be there. And it's in Miami, obviously. Perfect. Yep. Let's do it, brother. We about to make history. It's only right.
I would love to have you there, man.
No, I tell you this. I think you are one of the GOATs. And we talked on everything on this, man, from mindset to funnel strategies to social media to, more importantly, the crypto, Bitcoin. The biggest takeaway is, one, don't be average. More importantly, shift your whole mindset. Right? God didn't want you to be average,
man. You can't be average. It's not even possible to be average. I mean, you're spending so much energy being average.
Yeah.
You're just better off using the same energy to be exceptional.
Yeah, it's choose your hard. It's hard to be rich. It's hard to be poor. It's just a function of which hard you want to choose. So I'm with you there, but
dude, it's harder to be poor. I've been both, and I can tell you, if you can be poor, you can be rich. Because being poor, you got to be really creative.
Yeah, that's strong.
The most creative people I know are poor people.
With no money, they find a way. But listen, guys, that's it for this episode. We were able to talk to the true GOAT, the Grant Cardone. Grant, I just want to thank you for coming on, brother. You dropped some real gems. You preach the gospel, so thank you for being on here, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you having me.
And guys, like always, make sure you like, subscribe, tell your auntie and her cousin to also subscribe and watch this episode. Until then, we'll see you next week.
This content was not intended to be financial advice and should not be used as a substitute for professional financial services.